For me, the most memorable thing, I'm kind of a geek for, hero movies and cartoons and stuff. So the really silly names like, Moist, his evil moisture buddy, um, the Wonderflonium he's stealing in Act One, and people like Captain Hammer and just his name in general, Doctor Horrible. I just find the names really funny of the things in the play. Three prominent themes: there's good versus evil, irony, and internal conflict. Good versus evil is pretty obvious. There's Doctor Horrible, and he's trying to get access to the Evil League of Evil, and he has to impress the leader, whose name is Bad Horse. And Captain Hammer is kind of thwarting him at every turn. For irony, there's Doctor Horrible, who's terrible at being evil. And then there's Captain Hammer, who is really some self-righteous kind of a-hole who really only does these heroic acts because he wants recognition for it and he wants to be famous. He's not really doing things for the right reason. And then there's internal conflict. Horrible has a lot of trouble. And he battles with himself internally, kind of throughout the play. Deciding whether he wants to pay Penny attention or try to steal the Wonderflonium. He can't decide who he wants to kill. When Bad Horse tells him he has to assassinate somebody, and then he can't even decide if he wants to do it at all. Then he gets the chance to kill Captain Hammer, and then he can't do it. He just goes through a lot of internal conflict throughout throughout all three acts. The song I chose to analyze is the one called My Eyes. It's in Act 2, and it's while Dr. Horrible is stalking Penny and Captain Hammer on their dates. He's singing about being miserable and the human condition, and Penny's singing about hope and redemption, kind of foreshadowing the fact that Dr. Horrible will get the chance to redeem himself. But not just redeem himself and get into the league, but redeem himself as a person, when he ends up making the choice not to kill Captain Hammer. Question 4. I think the musical method of storytelling is actually kind of interesting. I actually like it. It kind of gives you a chance, to kind of pause time, take a time out, and it lets the characters, just kind of have a one-on-one with the audience and really let you know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're planning to do, anything. And it's really kind of nice, to get that sometimes. That you can't really just necessarily capture all in one moment without taking the time to do a timeout like that. And then my two questions: do you think that things would have worked out between Dr. Horrible and Penny, had she not died? And then what type of ray gun do you think Dr. Horrible is going to make next?